we're actually holding currently another APAC event for that specific time zone, which is another hosted by Mlh Hackathon that runs adjacent to Hack and Jill. So that's a Hackaday 2, and you can also find the information regarding that in the Discord. And that is the title card for a Hackaday. So in case you missed the opening ceremony, you can visit twitch.tv/MLH, which is the same link that you're probably watching the stream through to look at the announcements that were posted there. But otherwise, if you're just joining us here from the NAEU region, then welcome to Hack and Jill. So Hack and Jill, again, is just all about building hacks for gender equity and inclusion. And so, again, that definition is kind of open-ended, but if your projects run in line with that, however you choose to define it, you can submit a project. And so starting right now, MLHers will be online specifically for helping out this hackathon at all hours that the hackathon runs for, to make sure that you're successful in building what you want to create this weekend. So what exactly does that mean? You can basically come to us for anything. So questions, concerns, or just to hang out through various functions that we have in the Discord. So if you have like a technical question, or you just want to like start meeting people, sure. Then we have channels dedicated specifically for that in the Discord, as well as the functionality for submitting tickets to report like any troubles that you might have within your team or outside. And of course, there's also just spaces to mingle with other fellow hackers at this hackathon. So your MLHers for this weekend, active on all different shifts, will be Rithvi, me, Maria, and Steven. And you guys will see announcements from us, little, I don't know, comments in the Discord from us throughout the duration of Hack and Jill. So at this point, if this is your first MLH experience, you might be asking yourself, what exactly is MLH? So Major League Hacking. So essentially, we're the global hacker community, which means that we seek to empower hackers through running supporting events like these ones, workshops, offering internship alternatives, and a lot of other stuff. So we, like mentioned earlier, we support events in the North America or EU region, as well as in global areas, like that's through APAC regions. And so basically, we've reached over 500,000 hackers, just like you, through our events over the time within the larger community. So actually, for this coming season, we're looking at over 300 member events. So member events being hackathons such as this one, as well as other hackathons that are registered as partners with MLH. Just a quick mention here that you can, by participating in this hackathon, you're winning community points. So what that means is that by being at one of Major League Hacking's events, everyone is earning points for their school in our season-long contest and rankings. So if you want to earn more points for your school, you can reach out to people who you might feel are interested in joining events like these from your like personal circles, and invite them to attend hackathons like these ones. So Global Hack Weeks are week-long hacker festivals that basically take place throughout the year. And the next Global Hack Week is GHW Init. And so Init is the kickoff to the 2023 hackathon season. And we'll have a lot of workshops, mini events, panelists, and industry professionals for you to be able to reference to and just meet in general. And so sign up to join Global Hack Week at ghw.mlh.io. And now, what exactly is happening at Hack and Jill? Basically, this weekend is packed with activities for each region. So if you hadn't had a chance to check out our schedule yet, we have a lot of events planned for you throughout the duration of the hackathon. So we have your first game on the internet computer, which is a Dfinity workshop. It was supposed to be run by Rithvi at this time today, but because of some technical difficulties, it's been postponed to tomorrow, but you'll get announcements regarding the specific times over a few announcements in the Discord channel. So make sure to join that if you haven't already. What mini event specifically are we hosting? So we have a Woman in Hackathon Connect event happening today at 6 p.m. PT, 9 p.m. ET, and the times listed down below, where you'll basically be able to talk basically with MLHers or like other hackers who are there to share experiences from as like women who have been a part of this industry for a while. And our other mini event will be the Sketchful.io mini event, which will be happening tomorrow at 7 a.m. PT, where you can just take a break from hacking, which because you can totally fall down a hole of just staring at your screen for hours on end, looking up Stack Overflow things. And if you just want a break, this is a great chance for you to be able to mingle with other hackers. On that note, how exactly will you be able to get to know other hackers this weekend? We offer hacker hangouts that will be happening throughout the weekend on Discord. We'll have two main ones. They'll be happening tomorrow at 4 p.m. ET and also tomorrow at 10 p.m. ET. So to join those, details will be as following. You'll be able to participate in them through Discord voice channels. So I've been mentioning Discord a lot, but basically what you need to know regarding the platform this weekend is that Mlh hackathons generally always take place on the Mlh community Discord. And so Discord is this hub messaging platform, where you're able to talk to other hackers, talk to MLHers, talk to mentors, literally everyone, ask like any questions you have regarding your project, life, blahages, anything, and also be able to meet the general hacker community. And so this is a very important link if you haven't joined the Discord already, because that's where everything is going to be happening for the rest of the duration of the hackathon. So please make sure to visit the link and join if you haven't already. And specific to Hack and Jill, if you haven't already, please make sure to head into the check-in channel so that we know that you're participating in the hackathon this weekend, and we're able to offer you swag, neat swag, so t-shirts and stickers to as like a reward for you participating in the hackathon. We also need some more information for registering specifically for Hack and Jill. So if you haven't already, please make sure to follow this link and sign up, as well as check in to Hack and Jill through these two links. These links should already be posted in the Discord as well. So as long as you join that and look under the Hack and Jill channels, you should be able to find them. And specifically for swag shipments, since those are physical objects, please make sure to submit your address at this link so that we can get that out to you. And now moving on to a lot of the resources that we'll have available this weekend to help you build an awesome hackathon project. Starting off with a free .tech domain name, courtesy of domain.com. The hack that submits a project following this resource will have potentially the chance to win a wireless key charger. And domain.com is currently offering only .tech domain names, but using this code at the bottom right, you'll be able to have that .tech domain for free for 1 year with domain privacy. Moving on to Deso Coin. So Deso is the official Web3 sponsor of MLH, and Deso is actually short for decentralized social, and it's the first blockchain custom built to scale up social media applications. Specifically here, the best use of Deso will receive $100 worth of Deso coin and a Deso branded tumbler for each team member. Moving on to GitHub. So the most creative use of GitHub will be potentially able to win a swag bundle, including the GitHub Octocut statue, as well as a plushie and GitHub sticker pack. And to be able to qualify, please first sign up for the GitHub Global Campus, as linked here. and host your project's code in a GitHub repository for you to be able to qualify, which you'll probably end up having to do with the dev post submissions anyways. But basically, the more creatively you can use GitHub, the better, which is kind of open-ended, considering that GitHub is just a platform for you to be able to share your code with and sync. But that's a pretty open-ended way to leave things. So make of that what you will. And now moving on to the best use of CockroachDB. CockroachDB is an elastic, indestructible SQL database for developers building modern applications. And basically, you can launch your cluster directly from the cloud using their forever free tier. So to get started with that, please make sure to follow the link there. And we'll be giving away any t-shirts to any teams that use CockroachDB in your project. So you don't necessarily have to win anything, but the winner for this category does also get a 3D printing pen. And now moving on to Anchor Wireless, AB InBev. The category for this is called Dream Big and Make More Cheers. And basically the prize category is for hackers who want to build projects that benefit the world. So think actually specifically for this hackathon, sustainability and inclusivity are the two main tracks that you try to follow with this category. So the winners for this category would get an Anchor wireless charger bundle. And now that wraps it up for Mlh and sponsor prizes. So this is just a quick summary of the categories and sponsors that I've listed so far. In case you want to reference it later, you can take a screenshot of it or reference the Twitch recording later. In addition to this, we also offer through Mlh a best beginner hack category. So if this is your first time at a hackathon, which I know a lot of people tend to like be at this stage of when they first join, don't worry about like pitting yourself against people who are much more experienced than you are, because I know that that was definitely a fear that I had when I first started hackathons, because this is specifically for usually considering how much you can learn over the course of your first hackathon. So yeah, please make sure to try to submit to this as well if this is your first time competing at a hackathon. And we're also offering a best on theme track. So this was the track that I mentioned earlier about you don't necessarily have to submit a project that fits in line with inclusivity and gender diversity, but if you do, you would be eligible to submit to this track and potentially be able to win this category. So in actually submitting all of your projects, please make sure to do so at this link at the bottom right here at hackandjill.devpost.com. And yeah, these are the NAEU edition prizes. So in addition to the two tracks that I just mentioned, we'll also be offering first overall, second overall, and third overall prizes of the JBL Go Speaker, Season T, Anchor Soundcore wireless earbuds, Season T as well, and a PowerCore portable charger. For North America and EU participants, for digital events, winners of all overall first, second, and third place categories, as well as the tracks, will be eligible to win or receive a 2023 season mascot tee. And so this is also another reason why we need your physical addresses in that form I mentioned earlier, so that we can send you these things, as well as your prizes after the hackathon. So what else is actually going on this weekend? We are also offering hackathon starter kits through GitHub and Node, and GitHub and the student developer packs here. If you're looking for basically different ways to get started with your projects, you can try heading over to this link down here, hackp.ac/learn, and try out any of these kits to kind of give you an idea of what kinds of softwares you might want to use to host your project, you might want to use to build your project, et cetera, et cetera. And so, yeah, the GitHub Student Developer Pack also has some fantastic resources for you to be able to get comfortable with building potentially your first hackathon project. We also have the Mlh Career Lab, which is designed for hackers specifically looking for industry jobs at the moment. So these companies are ones that want to recruit hackers like you. So Qualtrics, Capital One, and AB InBev are currently hiring. And for you to look into the opportunities that they're offering through Mlh, please make sure to visit the link down here. We're also offering a Mlh Fellowship, which is the Mlh equivalent of these company like opportunities. So basically, what exactly this is that if you want to work on production level software, um, this is a chance to get to learn from experienced engineers as well as working in groups to create a project over the course of 12 weeks to create like an actual production level create like an actual production level project. And you basically are able to reference a lot of mentors through established companies like GitHub and Meta. So if that sounds like something that you might be interested in, please check out the fellowship down there. And finally, if you have an idea of a prize you want to go for and like a hack to make it now at this point, what else do you think you might need? So basically, after you've created your project, we want you to submit a demo of it as well. So this is a part of your submission to DevPost. And so hopefully you'll be able to, it's not necessary for you to be able to send a video in, but a quick like 1 or 2 minute video of your like built product, as well as you walking through what exactly it does, struggles that you went through building it, et cetera, et cetera. That would be much helpful in the DevPost submission. And so anyone who actually submits their project to the DevPost will earn a iDemoed sticker. And I really want to emphasize here that you're able to show off literally anything that you've built, regardless of how far you got into creating like a finalized product. Because spending a weekend creating your project, right, is something that requires a lot of dedication, regardless of actually like what you got done in the eyes of others. And so, regardless of how prepared you feel like your project is compared to other people's, you should still be proud of everything that you've built over the course of the weekend and show it off. But how exactly do you create a great demo, which is actually surprisingly separate of creating a great product? And that might give you an edge over functionality. Again, include a 2 minute video of your product demo and just show us what you built. So show us your product actually running and not just a set of slides that explains like, this is the product, this is what it seeks to achieve. Do that while you're showing the actual product itself. And also include a link to the public code repo. So this was what I was mentioning with the GitHub link earlier. You'll most likely want to host or have your code on GitHub for us to be able to view and judge your project based off of. And finally, you want to, again, submit your DevPost submissions on to hackandjill.devpost.com by 8 a.m. ET Sunday. So a while to go, but just to throw that deadline out there. And now on a serious note, now that we've kind of touched on all the amazing things happening this weekend, this is a more serious topic of the code of conduct. So we want to emphasize that Mlh hackathons are a safe space for everyone, and that by being at Hack and Jill this weekend, you're agreeing to the code of conduct. So make sure to read that. And the TLDR is to be respectful above all else, and basically any form of harassment to your teammates, to mentors, to other hackers will not be tolerated. And if that happens, just please let us know by submitting a ticket on Discord. And at digital events especially, it's important to remember that there are other people on the other side of the screen. So you're not just talking to an account that has a PFP and a name associated to it. Be mindful of your boundaries, and people aren't perpetually online, and that's something to also understand with these sorts of events. Again, if any of these happen to you, please make sure to come see the Mlhers. Yeah, and let's keep in touch with your hacks this weekend. So make sure to tag Mlh in any of the posts that you make about your hacks, about your projects, if you decide to make anything like that. And now, questions and concerns. If you have any questions regarding anything that I've said, I'll begin a live Q&A stream right now. So basically, you can toss any questions that you have at me, right? And I'll answer them to the best of my ability. Otherwise, if no one has any questions, we're also free to just kind of, I don't know, I can give you guys advice on like hackathon projects. So if you guys have any questions, you guys can just drop them in the comments below and I'll be able to answer them. I'll wait for like a minute or so. And if there's nothing, you can just move on. Okay, it doesn't seem like I'm getting any questions. So I'll just move on to general advice about hackathons. Let's see. I think I'll curate my advice more towards beginning hackers just because I feel like the gap between intermediate level hacker to like advanced hacker is like less intimidating than if this is like your first event. And so let's see, some advice is to find team members who are at around the same skill level as you as a beginning hacker, because that way you'll be able to learn and grow together, even though maybe with like a more experienced um, team member, you might be able to like get further in terms of um, project like progress, overall progress. But ultimately, what you want to take away from a hackathon is the knowledge that you glean from it. So by having someone who's more experienced, your team might rely on that person who is the expert of your group and might not be able to learn as many things yourselves. So even though you might fear that, like, oh my God, I'm like not going to be able to finish my project to the level of perfection that I want it to be, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You'll be all good. You can submit to the best beginning track, and that's something that we'll also take into consideration. All right. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it for me. So if you want to start hacking now, pretty much, and already have a team in mind, then you can go ahead and go do that. Otherwise, we have a team formations channel in the Discord that you can post about yourself and hopefully find people to mingle with there. All right. And if you guys have any questions over the course of the hackathon, of course, you guys can reach out to us. All right, then. Bye, everyone, and have fun at Hack and Gel.